Yeah, it does seem like he is growing increasingly paranoid, right? There were these stories about him shouting at his generals and accusing them of lying to him. That's a kind of a classic sign of paranoia. And and then this decision to strip units from the line and send them up to Lipsy, it seems to me deeply irrational. And it appears that was Zelensky's decision. I mean, it's just his own fears. He's just afraid that Kharkov is falling, but it's not a rational military decision. So it just and his generals cannot be happy with it. The soldiers. Again, we've talked about it. There's just increasing rumblings, and as things go from bad to worse on the line, a lot of people are going to be looking for scapegoats, and the number one scapegoat is Zelensky. I think you have to say this, he's especially vulnerable now that he is not the elected president, or at least you could argue that. And then it seems that, just in general, the population is really turned against the Ukrainian people, have really turned against this war. They do not want to fight it. I mean, that just seems crystal clear. We've all seen the videos, and we've talked about them earlier, of the empty cities. But I think just recently, probably earlier today, someone in the Ukrainian Rada proposed using a kind of a hostage arrangement to make sure that no one flees, evades their duties, evades conscription. So what this would mean is, like, if you have, for every man who meets the conditions for conscription, would be an appointed hostage. Somebody, another member of the family, for example, an uncle or whatever. If he runs off, then you grab the uncle and send him to the front line. This is the idea. This just has to be born of desperation and of awareness that, your people are not supporting this war. And it seems to me, I mean, things can, this just can't go on for too long. I mean, if there's a total lack of popular support at some point, that's going to manifest itself in some sort of, open rebellion. It just seems like it has to. The more you send these people, you give them guns, these people who don't want to fight your war, you give them guns and send them to the front lines, the likelihood that they're going to turn around and point those guns back at the people who sent them there, it seems like that likelihood is just going to grow and grow, and one day we're going to see some, open rebellion in Ukraine.
Do you think?
Who knows when, but it doesn't seem like it can go on for that much longer. I mean, things can't continue as they are. Zelensky won't be able to, maintain his control for too much longer. I might be surprised. Well, the one thing that he does have going for him is the U.S. support. That might, carry him for a while. But the U.S. may decide that, to cut their losses. They've done that before.